In this video today, we are going to discuss or we are going to exhibit a practical aspect of how you can be able to use if-else ladder and then switch case statement in performing your decisions or in achieving your decisions in Java programming. You remember in our previous class, we have discussed or exhibited a practical aspect on if statement, if else statement, where you can pass a statement if a certain condition is true. And this one can be able to pass a statement, that's the if else statement, if the condition is both true or false, so it must be executed. While in if else ladder, you can be able to pass your statement or pass your decision in more than two decisions. So we are going to use a grading system where a user can be able to insert or impute a score in a system, and that system will be able to display a grade according to the score he entered. So likewise, we are going to use a switch case statement in order to display the number of a day or the month or the number of the month. So this is what we are going to achieve in today's practical. Follow me as I lead you through your practical guide. We are going to move to our source. We now click on new class as usual. We remember we are doing if else ladder, so we can say if else if statement. So this is the name of our the name of our class. We might decide to include this or not to include. So we have this created. The class is created. The main method is also created. So what we are going to do now is to declare our variable, and that variable, remember we are to write a program that can print out a grade of a given score. So here we are going to declare a variable called grade, and that variable grade we are going to initialize number of or a score of 55. So that's the declaration and initialization. So what we are going to do now, we are going to use the syntax of if else ladder. The syntax is if condition, you have statements, else if condition, you have statements, else if condition, you also have a statement, until the last one where you are going to put else. Are we together? So now we are going to have if, what is our condition? If this condition of grade, that is the variable, right, is greater than or equals to 70. We know that in a grade, we know 70 and above is A, 60 and above or 60 to 69 is what? B, 50 to 59 is C, 45 to 50 to 49 is D, then 40 to 44 is E. Then the other ones, that's anything less than 40 should be what? Should be F. So now if this grade, that's the score you have entered, is greater than or equals to 70, that system should be able to have a statement. Now we are going to write a statement, isn't it? We are going to write a statement, system dot out dot print, system dot out dot print. We are going to have I'm not going to use next line here, so system dot out dot print, the grade is what? Is A, right? So we end this statement. Let's decide to copy this, since we are going to replicate this. So you are coming back to this. Remember this curly bracket is being closed by this, so you are coming to the end of this and now write your else, sorry, not here, you now write your else if, then again you have condition. What is the condition now? The condition is still greater than or equals to what? 60. So you have your open and close curly braces. You have your statement. This time around you are going to print B. So you now move to this close curly bracket again. you now have your else if again. Condition should be if this grade is greater than or equals to 50, right? It should be able to output what? To output C. Are we together? So again, you are coming back to the closure of the curly braces. You now have your else if, then the condition now state that if the grade is greater than or equals to 45. 45 is D. So what is the statement? The statement is to print D. So you are still coming back, else if your condition is greater than or equals to 40, it should be able to output what now? The statement, right? It should print out E. So otherwise if all these conditions are not met, now should be else. Are we together? Else, then you have your condition. There is no condition here. The only thing you are adding is what? So there is no condition here. The only thing you are adding here is else. Then you have your open and close curly braces. Then you now print out if. So now let's run this thing. We don't have any error to the book, so we are to run this, compile and run it. What it print out? What? C, right? So the same thing if you have changed this to if you have changed this to 39, let's run it and see. We are having a grade of F. So if you change this to 40 again, you're having a grade of what? Of E. Are we together? So if you change this to 59, you should have also C. While if this is changed to 60, you should have sorry, this is not the proper place to. This is 60. It should print out B. So this is how you use your variable declaration and initialization in computing grade of a given score. So now we want to use a scanner object or a scanner method in order to what? Accept this score from the user. Then it will be able to print that from the what? From. So now what we are saying now, we want to use input method, as I said, in order to accept this score from the what? From the user, and now print out the grade. So we are coming back to this as usual. We have our what? We declare our scanner object, scanner input. Now input is equals to new scanner. Then we have our system to input. That's what we what we want to input. So there is an error here. So the issue is that you see we did not import our scanner here. So we should come back here to import our java.util.scanner. So we import this. So definitely this thing need to be what? Disappear, but because there is an error here, so this one is done. So now we need to create a field where one can be able to insert, and that field can be int. So our grades are in int, integer data type, int score now, isn't it? Int score is equals to input dot next integers, right? So we still int this. So now we want to display a request or a statement on the screen for what? For the user to know what is going to input there. So system.out.print now, we are going to have it here. Is going to be enter. We have enter the score to get to get great, isn't it? So this is what we are imputing now. So in case here now we might decide to print out this statement in the next line. Next line, next line, next line, next line. So let's try to run this program and see what is going to happen now. So we are going to remove this now, isn't it? Because we have declared it here, isn't it? So this is going to be wiped out. So this is what? This is great now. So it's going to be changed from this grade to what? To score. Or let's just put here as grade, please, so that we can avoid all these changes. So let's run this program and see. We compile this, we run it, and we don't have any output here. So as we can see, we don't have any output here. So the issue is we should remove this from this place, then and now paste it here. So let's rerun this program, and you see now, because we have created, or we have declared our variables here as the input to come first before the printout statement of this enter score to get grade. So now we are going to enter our score here. Is going to be let's try all the 61 or 75. Let's hit. So you see the grade is what? Is A. So we run this again. We now type 69. You see it's B, right? We run this. We type 39. We have F. So it means we don't have any issue with this our if else ladder statement. So this is how you go about this to have your input or the input from a user. You accept input from the user and try to print out the statement and so on and so forth. So we believe we don't have any issue with this. So the next we are going to look at here is the what? We are going to have a switch statement, and in a switch statement we know we are going to have here 7 number of days using switch statement, and the system will be able to print the day that we want to print. Like if we know we're starting our days in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so our Sunday should be 1, Monday to Wednesday 3, or Tuesday 3, Wednesday 4th, and so on and so forth, up to what? Up to Saturday, which is the 7th one. So this is what we are going to use in order to what? Have our printout result from this switch case statement. We know the syntax of switch case statement is we know is going to be, you first of all, after declaring your class, the main method, you are going to declare your variables, and then you have your switch. Then that very variable you have declared, you have case, you have statement, you break, you have case, you have statement, you break, you have case, you have statement, you break, up to the last one where you are going to have default as what? As default then statement. So let's try to have this by going to the source, move to the new, move to the class. So we have now switch, we have switch, then we have switch example or switch statement. We have been using statement, right? So switch statement. Let's try to avoid this public static headache. So we have it here. We remove this statement and then have, you know, here first of all we are going to have int equals int, we have day, since we are printing the number of day. If it is the number of month, we use month, and so on and so forth. So now int day is equals to what? Let's initialize to be probably 2, isn't it? So we are going to have a switch now. Switch the variable name. The variable name is a day because we have declared here, right? So if it's a month, fine. If whatever you've declared there, fine. So now we have our curly braces, then we have our case. What is the case? It should be case 1. Are we together? Case 1. Then you have your statement. Then your statement, this should be case 1. Then you have statement system dot out dot print. We have our next line. What are we printing? We are printing Sunday in number 1. In number 1 we are printing Sundays. Are we together? So that's what we are printing. So what is the problem with this switch day? We have this. What is the problem? So there is an issue here. Let's try to resolve this. Syntax error token. This curly braces is telling me that there is a comma expected. Curly braces of this. Let's try to resolve it here. So trying to resolve it here cannot be okay. The only thing is just telling us that there is an issue here, and we realize from here is that this switch should be a small switch and this case should be a small case, a small letter C. Are we together? So going by this, we are done with this statement. What we are going to do now, we now break this. So remember, everything that we are doing inside this place should be inside these curly braces. So we now break this case. So we have we open another case. So we are done with the case 1. So here now we are done with this case. Are we together? So we open another case. If we want, we might decide to copy this as well, so that we now type another case here. So this case is going to be case 2 and it's going to print Monday, right? Monday, right? So we now paste another case. We have case 2, case 3, sorry, case 3, and it's going to be Tuesday. Isn't it? So we are done with this case 3. We have another case 4. In case 4 we have some Tuesday, Wednesday. So in case 5 we have what? Case 5 we have Thursday. It's going to be Thursday. Then we have in case 6. In case 6 we have Friday. In case 6 we have Friday. So we now move to, so we know we are going by that's case 7, case 6. So what left is case case 7. So we are having case 7. In case 7 we are printing Friday is going to be Saturday. So in Saturday. So now what we are going to do now, after we are done with this, it should be the next, it should be able to print an arrow, and that arrow should, in case if you are out of these cases, should, in case you know the cases is 1 to 7. So if you are out of the case, maybe you put something like 0, something like minus, something like 8. So it should be able to print what we call a default, and the default here is going to be your what? Your system.out.print. It's going to be invalid, right? So we are going to delete this. So it's going to be invalid day, or it's just invalid. So this is what we want to output at this moment. Let's try to run this program and see. So it will display what? Monday, right? Because we have how many, which case number is 2. So if we insert 7 and then run it, is going to be a Saturday, isn't it? So the same thing, if we insert 8, what will happen? And it's going to be the same thing, invalid. So we are done with this. Now let's try another one. Let's at least try to insert or create our, we import, first of all import our Java util scanner package. We try to insert here, we insert our scanner object in order to accept from the user and see what will happen. Let's do something. Import java.util.scanner. we have this like this. So we are done. So we are coming back here to have our scanner. We declare our scanner object as input is equals to new scanner, and then the system will accept input. So after this, we want to print out a statement to enable user to insert or write the number of the day. Write the number of the day. So let's remove this in this case. So int our day is going to be what? Input is going to be input dot what? Dot next int, right? That's the what we are going to do. So let's run this and see. You see now. Let's enter this. We type 5 and hit enter. You see Thursday, right? We run it again and have this A9, enter invalid. Are we together? We run it again and type 4. We have Wednesday. So that's how you go about using your switch case statement. You use your if else ladder to execute certain decisions or certain program. Thank you for being with us. Remember,